Welcome back. Today we're going to review this beast of an action figure and show how it allowed me to create 4 new figures for my collection. If that sounds interesting, then you know what to do. So this is the Figura Obscura Mouse King. I didn't know this until I saw the figure announced, but apparently the Mouse King is sometimes depicted with having 7 heads. Alright, let's see what it's like to play with this toy as intended. You'd be surprised to hear that he actually stands quite well. He's got these big spread out feet and the tail, and both of those help him stand just fine, even though he is extremely top heavy. This top piece does pop off pretty easily, so that could be a little annoying while posing, but if you want to, get him into a cool fighting pose, ready to take on the Nutcracker, adjust his cape, spread it out a little bit maybe. It's kind of surprising, right? I mean, this piece is heavy. Like this is like half the weight of the figure, and even though it does just kind of gently pop into the ball joint on top, it stays on pretty well, and the figure does not topple over. Part swaps are pretty easy too. Like if you want to switch him to the more traditional look, you can just pop this first head off, and these all pop off pretty easily. And he's got this piece here, so you can make him a single-headed rat man. Mouse man, and you got the collar here, so we can just do that, pop this on, there you go. Now he's a little bit more like you would expect him to look. I do dig the multi-headed design though, or once he's got one head, it's a little bit easier to move his arms around, get him into some more dynamic poses. This big old cape is wired. There are only 2 wires though, so like you can't quite get it all the way up, but if you just like any kind of the cape is flowing around him as he swirls around, all that works out just fine. So it may kind of seem like he doesn't come with a lot because you're looking at everything here. We got the figure itself, we got this collar and neck fur for doing the single head, and in addition to the 2 gripping hands that were on him in the box, he's got these 2 gesturing hands, and we got a stand. I don't like these stands personally. I think it will get the job done if you are worried about him falling over on the shelf, but I don't really like the way these look, and honestly, he stands fine on his own, so it's just kind of a nice insurance policy if you've got him displayed like on a bookshelf or something, and not like a display case that will keep him from falling on the floor. Just looking at this here, this piece is magnificent, and all of these heads are on like a barbell ball joint, or a double ball joint, so they all can actually move around pretty well. So you get a lot of character. Just set that down for a second. And also, this cape is very cool. Like this is not just a piece of fabric that has a wire running through it. We got these little patches on here. We got some tears. We got some like attempted repairs with threading. And it's also double layered, so there's a different type of fabric on the inside. So we got a bendy tail. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he did come with a special surprise accessory in this black bag here. I will show what I did with that at the very end of this video, and there will be a spoiler warning. One of the very exciting things about this guy is this is our first taste of improved upper body articulation on a Mythic Legions figure. So before this, Mythic Legions figures did not have any bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, or butterfly joints. Now that being said, how good of a job did they do? Well, these double jointed elbows are great. I can't imagine needing any more bend than that, honestly, and actually you could get it a little bit farther. Not bad. Bicep swivel is always nice. Didn't have that before. And we got these new butterfly joints, and look like they would be impressive, but when you actually move them, there's not a whole lot here. Like maybe if I kind of straighten his arms out a bit and then try. So we can bring his arms forward about there. If we really push it, get to about there. So this is a huge improvement over past Mythic Legions figures. I don't know how well it competes with other lines though. So for comparison's sake, here is an older Mythic Legions figure. All they really had going for them before was this whole upper arm is on a peg, And then, whoops. And then we just had single jointed elbows. That's it. So bicep swivel, butterfly joints, massive improvements. So yeah, while I would like to see them, get on like Savage Crucible's level in terms of butterfly joints, this is not bad for a first attempt. And they've got multiple figures coming up with butterfly joints, so maybe there is time to make some improvements, get a little bit more range on these guys. So yeah, considering that we have a Mythic Legions figure with that upper body and basically this lower body coming up is very exciting. So yeah, in general, as far as articulation goes, I'm pretty happy. Now let's move on to configurations, because that's always fun. And then we can throw on, where's that collar? Throw that on there and grab our Mouse King head. So yeah, this is a nice look. Oh, he's still got the big old cleaver. Hold on. Why does Figma do this? Like, it's just begging to be lost. Let's get that scepter back in his hand. I keep not popping this on all the way. There we go. So yeah, the one-headed look is cool. And because you got all these extra heads here, which are supposed to fit on 1.0 bodies, do you know what we can do? Mouse Knights. This is so cool. I mean, like, this is, I grew up reading Redwall books, so just this idea of having a bunch of warrior mice is very cool. I will say, though, at least with mine, sockets seem a little too big for 1.0 necks. Like, it'll stay in, but it's very loose. And of course, there's the look that I bought this guy for, which is just this really awesome rat warrior. So yeah, the way this guy can go from like multi-headed abomination to a proud mouse king leading his mouse army to just a single, totally unrelated rat warrior or mouse warrior. This guy's range is incredible, and I expected nothing less from a 4 Horsemen figure. Alright, let's see how he scales with other figures. I've got him standing as tall as he can, and he is bigger than you might expect. Here he is with 2 Mythic Legions Kitbashes, a 1.0 and a 2.0. And 2 more Mythic Legions body types. We have a dwarf and a goblin. A Mythic Legions Ogre scale figure, who he actually has some leg extensions, so he's a little taller than normal. And a Memory Toys Warrior Bear. Medi Toys Panda Monk and Fury Planet Blademaster Wing. Some Savage Crucible Kitbashes. My 2 custom Dragonborns, because I love them. One's on a Savage Crucible body, and the other is on a Zesray Studios body. Axie Toys Dinosaur Battlefield Ceratosaurus. And my customized McFarlane Dark Knights of Steel Batman. Okay, it's kit bashing time, and this is going to be the best part of the episode because I've got some ideas, and it's going to result in me having multiple new figures in my collection, not just one. Here we go. Now this is fun. I'm not going to go with this, but I just wanted to try it because I had the coat ready. This is a Forge Knight like jacket and cloak set for the Headless Horseman figure, and this is pretty cool. It's going to be like a evil rat wizard. Well, I've got him popped apart. Wanted to show this very cool belt, and then this is a new waist piece. Got the bones hanging down. Ooh, this looks pretty good. This cape is meant for the Lady Maria Bloodborne Figma, and right now on Forge Night, you can buy one and then you get another one for free. I think they're trying to clear them out. So I'm trying out shoulder pads, and just wanted to share this quick tip. If you want shoulder pads to look good on a shirtless torso, then use belts. Now I can't decide what I want here. I kind of like the simplicity of just like a basic silver one. That looks pretty cool. But the green also looks nice. Maybe a little too shiny for him? I think there's something there. Actually, you know what? I'm saving these for Koi whenever I get him. I want to make a samurai fish. You know, sometimes less is more. While I'm looking at it, this extra cut on the torso is nice for more twist, but it'd be nice if he could crunch a little bit, and he just can't. So hopefully that's another potential improvement they can make. So I cut a hole in these pants so that the tail could come out, and then I remembered that these pants are for a Hellboy figure, and there already was a tail hole. Anyway, wow. Okay, I think this might be the best kit bash I've done. Look at this guy. I'm very happy with this. He's got some nice little bits. I like those splashes of red. I liked finally getting to use these pants from a Forge Knight medieval Hellboy set that I bought. I like the dual wielding. It seems perfect for a guy with long arms. And yeah, because of these extra heads, he's even got some additional portraits. We've got him looking a little happier. Like maybe he's Found some cheese and a good old battle-ready face. I do kind of like this as his default. He's kind of a stoic little grump. Not exactly a friendly guy, but maybe not a bad guy either. Yeah, this guy is awesome. I definitely need to get him into like one of my adventuring party displays or something. He is full of character. And, as I always strive for, his loadout is entirely practical. So we've got this extra, I've layered this belt on top here with 2 loops for his 2 weapons. So we got the kind of larger one for the axe to hang down. And then we got one for the sword. And that looks pretty cool, right? So he can grab the axe with his right hand and then reach over to grab the sword with his left. It takes some fiddling, but the cloak can wrap almost fully around him too, so he can get that like protecting himself from the rain look. Also, because it was such a shame to cover up those awesome new painted dwarf legs, I actually swapped him out for these kind of unpainted brown ones that came from a Legion's Con 2-pack from last year. And that's a nice segue into the other figures that I upgraded with parts from this guy. So this is my dwarf monk, made from the, originally made from the extra legs from the Legion's Con 2-pack from last year. But now he's got some much nicer looking legs with some more color. So pretty happy about that. This guy was kind of always like an afterthought in my collection, just kind of assembled from spare parts, but he's really coming into his own as a nice kitbash. I also wanted to make sure that I would still have a Mouse King to display even after ripping him apart, so I took this Vulgar Vermilius body and just popped the crowned Mouse King head on it with the collar and the cape and scepter, and I think he looks great on the Christmas action figure display I've started setting up every year. So the next thing we figure out is what to do with this. I've had an idea ever since I saw this figure, and I cannot wait to put it together. I swear I had this idea as soon as I saw the 7 heads. I mean, come on, look at that. That is so cool. Now we just have to figure out what body this goes onto. And I think I know which. All right, let's do it live on camera. Ha ha ha. Oh, don't fall over, buddy. Those stiff skeleton joints are doing their work. Oh, this is cool. What in the Dark Souls have I created? So yeah, this guy's gonna fit right in with my undead horde that I have. He's like some amalgamation of multiple dead kings or something crazy like that. I don't know. He's very cool. I'm very excited by this. There really is something special about taking a 4 Horsemen figure and just like distributing it across your collection and upgrading multiple figures. I love doing that. All right, if you have not opened your Mouse King yet, or you just don't want to know what the secret is until Christmas, avert your eyes now. And here it is, a very cool Nutcracker head. It's funny, just handling it now, I'm feeling that, yeah, the hat comes off. So obviously, a Nutcracker figure is probably not coming anytime soon, at earliest next Christmas, but in the meantime, they gave you this so you could try and make your own. And I've got a red armory knight here who kind of just works perfectly. That bit of fuzz there just kind of fills in the neck, and yeah, we've got a pretty solid, grizzled Nutcracker. Oh, look at that. They teased it on the box. So yeah, overall, you know, this figure was a total surprise, but it ended up being one of my favorite purchases of the year because I got so many cool new figures out of it. And I love when that happens. That is the magic of collecting a line like Mythic Legions, because you're just always getting new parts and swapping stuff around. And like, there's not a single Legion's figure in my collection that is exactly how it came out of the box. I'm always messing around with them, swapping pieces, and making my own characters. It makes collecting action figures into a little bit more of a creative hobby, and that makes me very happy. All right, as always, let's get these guys back into the case. Or newly into the case. So these two are going to join my adventure party here. The skeletal monstrosity, I had to completely rearrange the display, so I will show some footage of that. And for now, the Mouse King and Nutcracker are going on the mantle for the Christmas display. So let's get these two guys in there. I kind of love him in that munching on the chicken leg pose. Uh-oh. Don't fall over. All right, that's fine. You just lay there for a second. You know what? You go up here. You go up there. Okay. Let's fix you, buddy. Yeah, that'll do for now. And let's get you in there, sir. Your small stature puts you in the front. Yeah, this adventuring party is getting a little big. I think I got to trim this down a bit. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your holiday season, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.